It's Tuesday, the 11th of April, and I'm glad to be here today for day 11 of hashtag SSSVEDA, where I vlog every day in April. Fun times. Okay, today I'm going to do the video that I know many of you have been like, okay, Cece, you promised us this at the beginning of the month. It's day 11. You haven't done it yet. I'm going to do it right now for you. And that is about how I bullet journal. Or hashtag Bujo. Dammy hates when I say that. She's like, can you just please call it bullet journal? Don't call it Bujo. But that's what it's called on the World Wide Interwebs. What can I do? What can I do? So, if you don't know anything about bullet journaling, go to bulletjournal.com and there's a video to watch. In basic terms, what it is you have a journal, you have an index in the front, and there's a system for how you fill out, you can use the pages, but it's basically just an empty journal that you make your own. And I have gone through several iterations of how my bullet journal looks. In fact, below, I'm going to post 5 links to 5 episodes of the Geeky Girls Knit podcast where I have talked about bullet journaling. In fact, I just changed something just this month. So my bullet journal is constantly evolving. When I started it, I just was using like a hardback plain journal. And I eventually ended up moving into, I would call it more like a planner style outside, but with like a blank journal inside, but I could take that out and put new ones in as it filled up. And then probably at least a year and a half ago, I think. I want to say it was sometime in 2016. I moved into another system. And the problem I was having is I had some lists in my Bujo that I needed throughout the course of the entire year, but I had filled up the journal that I was writing in and needed a new journal, and then I didn't want to transfer the lists and such, and so I was like, how could I make this work? And then I started seeing people talking about traveler's notebooks systems, which is like an outside shell that you put as many journals inside as you would like. So I switched mine over, and I have 4 journals in my cover. Now, I just recently got a new cover, but I want to show you the old one that I'm still going to use sometimes. So this one is a Harris tweed one, and it was made by my friend Kelly. And when you open it up, it's got adorable stickers in it. These ones are by my friend Julia of Panthea's Jewels. They're Outlander. And then these are some Supernatural stickers. But you can see there's 4 pieces of cord here. And you put a journal through each one. Now, you can have it modified and have less cords. But I knew I was going to need 4, so that's what I did. So that one I will use probably more like autumn and winter because it feels more that season to me. And then this is the one that I just recently got. Oh crap, I cannot think of what the name of the lady I bought it from is. I got it on Etsy. Hold on, hold that thought. I like this one because it's waterproof and Cece's a klutz and spills stuff everywhere. So, okay, this is by Butterfly Notebook on Etsy. And I love the little key charm, and the thing that made me laugh is this could be an emergency stitch marker for knitting. And she didn't even intend for that. But, you know, because emergencies happen. So, it has like a thing here for a pen, but I use multiple pens in my Bujo. So what I did is I have this this case that it was made by Fibrary on Etsy, and it was meant to be an interchangeable knitting needle case, but I already had one that I showed y'all, was that yesterday, that my friend, my Betsy Katie had made for me. So I decided to use this. So in the big top pocket, I have a little envelope of stickers because I adore stickers and I use them in my Bujo all the time. I've got pens and a pencil. The pens that I use most often are usually just out on my desk, and the kind of pens I use are the Pilot Friction. I love them because they are erasable. They erase by friction, and they're amazing. This one, the pink one, is I want to say it's 0.7. Yeah, it's a 0.7. And then the smaller one is a 0.5. I love them. Love them, love them. So that's what's in the top pocket. Oh, and this wooden badge and the cat hat, the sparkly pink cat hat badge, are both by Yarnistry on Etsy. And this one right here that says Maker and it has knitting needles is by Beyond Measure. And then in this second pocket here, I have Post-it notes. Look at the kitty with the cat, with the yarn. Hello, knitters definitely need that. And then in the bottom one, I have business cards, because invariably I will be at the coffee shop knitting and writing and journaling, and somebody will stop me and then we'll start talking about knitting, and I'll give them a business card. So I just carry that with me when I take the Boudreaux out of the house. So I don't use that. So this one also has 4 cords in it, and I asked specifically for that. So I have 4 journals in this. So in the front one, hold on, I need to cover up my phone number. I have like contact information, God forbid that I lose my Boudreaux, and a calendar. Oh, I didn't have to keep that covered up. A calendar for the year, and then I have my index. In this front journal, I'm trying to get to a blank page so that I don't share info that I maybe am not comfortable sharing. So in this front one, this is like for my yearly stuff that I want to keep all in one place. So I have this tracker that I use that I keep track of my number of steps for the day, my sleep, my water, and how much pain medication I take that day, so that I can kind of keep, you know, if I started seeing patterns or something. Then I have this tracker where I write in stuff that I do on a regular basis, and then I let me see if I can show you without showing like all these details. But like the pink ones are stuff that I did, the blue ones are it's not applicable for that day. A pink X means I didn't do it that day. And then I have a page where I write in what knitting projects I finished that month. So I have finished 39 projects this year so far. And then on the other page, I have our listing of the GGK Crafty Pad, which is a photo a day challenge that Dammy and I host. And then I've been doing some fitness challenges with my friend Jilly and my friend Katie. And so this month we are focusing on arms. And so this is just like the tracker thing that tells me what to do. So I have those 4 pages set up for the entire year. I also will do my Stash Dash tracking here, which is a knit along that Leslie and Laura from the Knit Girls host over the summer. I decorate. I love Gilmore Girls, in case you didn't know. Now the second journal is my day-to-day stuff. So you can see I do 4 days on a spread. And this is the new thing that I've added, where I've done a thin piece of washi tape down the middle. And what I'm doing is I'm doing personal stuff on this side, business stuff on the side. There's nothing here because that was on Sunday. And then I like to keep track of what knitting projects I work on in a day. And then I always end the day with a sticker. Oh, and I also, let's see, down here at the bottom underneath the sticker, I also write in what TV shows from our list of shows we watch happened on that day. So I just do this spread. I do use sticky notes like for stuff that I'm just needing to keep track of, or like this is a list of ideas of things to vlog about. So I didn't want to write those in on specific days because I didn't know what I was going to do when. But so I just moved that sticky note along. Then we have more. This is from Julia Pandias Jules. I stopped drinking the coffee. I stopped doing the standing and the walking and the words putting into sentence doing. My life motto, Lorelai Gilmore. Okay, this third journal is where I actually journal. And I'm not going to show you because it's personal, but I also, so I do 1 page a day, and then I write in 3 numbers here because I keep track of 3 things I'm grateful for every day. I started doing this because of the book 1000 Gifts by Anne Voskamp, which is probably my favorite book in the entire nonfiction world. You should read it. And I call them Eucharisteos. And if you were in my house, my flat, you would see I have a banner that says Eucharisteo on the wall to remind me to find the things I'm grateful for each day. So today I will be writing down number 6,398, 99, and 6,400. And then the rest of the page I use for journaling for the day. And then in the back, the very last notebook is business stuff. So I have in here a list of like the patterns that we were going to do for the Coffee with Cece book. I have a list of our test knitters for the book, of pricing and shipping costs. I also always do a page of business expenses for the month so that I can write them down, and then I go in and put them in my accounting software once a month. I have notes from when I hired our virtual assistant, Deb. Hi, Deb. I have a list of pre-orders for the books. I have a list of what stuff I needed for Edinburgh Yarn Festival. This is not technically business, but I have a list of gift knitting stuff that I want to get done. I have a packing list for when we went to do the photo shoot. I have upcoming designs. I have reformatting old patterns into new. That is what happens in the fourth book. And that is how I bullet journal. I love this because, like, especially the second and third journals, the day-to-day one and the book that I actually journal in, I'm going to go through those faster than I would the first and the fourth. So I love that I can just change those out, but still have everything I need. And that is how I bullet journal. So I hope this answered some questions. If you have any questions about this, I'm happy to answer. But bullet journaling looks different for different people. Oh, I was going to say, I still do use Google Calendar because the Hubs and Dammy and I each have our own individual Google Calendars. And then we have a family one. Dammy and I have a Geeky Girls Knit Jolly Pearl Designs business one. We have a calendar that has the GGK Crafty Pad photo prompts for every day on it. So we have all these calendars, but we share them with each other so that we can always see, like, I can be like, oh, Russ has a meeting with his PhD supervisor today. I shouldn't plan to do some family outing at this time because he won't be able to do it. So I love that we can all share calendars and see. And then what I do once a month, I lay out the day-to-day for the month in the second journal, and then that's not empty. Dammy's getting me some lunch, but my water bottle's not empty. I'll need to finish drinking that right quick in a minute. That was just her that in the background. So that's what I was saying. Once a month, I lay out the full month's stuff in the day-to-day journal, and then once a week, I go back in and add in anything new that I've put on Google Calendar, or I kind of know what I'm doing business-wise in general for this quarter, but I don't go in and schedule everything out for the full 3 months of the quarter. Instead, I just look week to week and be like, oh, okay, I'm going to do this pattern update today or this week, or I need to film these tutorial videos this week or whatever. So I think that's everything. So do you bullet journal? If so, tell me about it below because I'd like to hear how you do it. I love looking at online and on Instagram about how different people bullet journal. I do not have artistic talent as in like drawing things, and so that's why mine is not. That's why I use stickers and washi tape because it makes it pretty, because I cannot draw a straight line with a ruler. But there are some people that are such phenomenal artists in that respect, and so I love looking at the different ways different people do their bullet journals. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up below and let me know how you organize yourself. Do you use a bullet journal or another system? All right. I think that's it for today. Also, if you have any questions, post them below and I'll be happy to follow up on them in a future video or just in the comments below. All right. Have a great Tuesday, y'all, and I'll be back tomorrow with a new video. Bye.